Events that will happen regardless. One
Mhm.
of them is a soul is going to wake up regardless to the other side and who they are. Now, that could be through a controlled out of body state, it could be through any other means, or even through death. The soul is going to wake up. That is something that is fixed and it is 100% going to happen regardless.
Let's dive into the concept of free will, but we're going to approach it on two levels. The first is the higher level, the free will of this world, which is influenced by the collective consciousness of our thoughts, both good and bad. On this level, our collective consciousness shapes the path we take, guided by the energy we collectively put out. Depending on how awake or asleep we are as a collective, the direction we go can vary. In the past, this hasn't always ended well. Examples like Atlantis, the Bible, and the dinosaurs come to mind. However, we are on the verge of what Darius carefully calls a potential celebratory completion.
That all suffering of man and the living woman stops. There's many different paths and stuff to get there, but that's where we're headed. That's where we're going. That's what I've been showing on the other side through out of body stakes. I've been showing the potential future events of this occurring, and it is a true celebration.
We're in the process of, and I hate to say it, that sounds tacky, the great awakening, but it's more of the great revealing and remembering of who we always were and what this place always was and the creation of it.
Despite the look of the land current day, a celebration of sorts. He says this cautiously because it depends on each of us. The reason I call this a potential celebration is because many of us are working and playing our parts to create a better future.
Everybody is playing their role perfectly. Like I said before, everybody's acting as a tuner to tune certain people based off where they are consciously.
But this means you can't sit back and assume someone else will do it. Your energy matters, and we need it now more than ever. Now let's hear Darius talk about our free will.
You don't necessarily really have free will here the way that people think that they do. But because this realm has predetermined set markers within it, you're free to choose a trillion different paths. But all those different paths is always going to lead to the event markers within this realm that will be experienced by each soul.
We have free will to choose our paths, how we live, the decisions we make. But there are inevitable event markers along the way. The journey you take to reach them is yours to determine, but certain events, like meeting a specific soul, bringing children into the world, awakening to a deeper truth, or even the ultimate event marker of death and crossing over, are beyond our control. These moments were woven into our story before we arrived, part of the agreement we made to come to Earth.
All these out of body experiences and doing what I'm doing now. Now, that was a major event that would probably be pre-planned, right? But the many different paths that I could have taken to do that's not planned at all. One of the inevitable events within this construct is that every single soul will inevitably wake up to all things again, whether through death or coming out of their body and accessing things. They will see and awaken to all things again. Now, in that process, that big event that's inevitable to take place, it doesn't matter what path or experiences that soul has, it will always meet that event marker. Same thing applies to certain aspects with your life. Certain things you have set certain things that you want to fulfill for yourself, for instance, like major things, but the little nuances and things of little experiences are not planned at all.
So yes, we do have free will to shape our journey, but it operates within the boundaries of these major event markers. Hopefully, that helps clarify things and gives you something to ponder. And I'm fully committed to exploring the out-of-body experience. I'll keep you updated on my journey, because while I don't need to see to believe, the events of the last 4 years of my life have aligned closely with what he says. That being said, I want to experience it for myself.